We're talking about with recession on the tip of everyone's tongue, the cost of basic necessities rising because of inflation and skyrocketing housing prices. It has some people wondering if a solid retirement plan is almost out of reach. Well, certified financial planner and professional financial quarterback Jim Lineweaver is here to help. And it was interesting. I was sort of looking over our notes here, and it seems like Social Security might be a place we can look first to help us out.
Really, this is one of the most misunderstood things about people when they get ready for retirement. Because you can start collecting at 62. Most people for retirement, Social Security age is going to be around 66 and maybe 2/3. But you can let it grow deferred and get another 8% per year up until age 70. And then you have to start your distributions. But a lot of people just don't take this coordination into play, and it can be so critical. So we just had somebody come in with the last couple weeks, and here she's a widow. She's trying to live off her husband's $1,700 pension.
Right.
She has about $500,000 in a retirement account, and she had $100,000 in savings, but she's spending it down, and it's only worth about $48,000 now.
Ooh.
But she's got about $20,000 in a credit card debt at 22%, and she's got 2 advisors at 2 banks that aren't helping her coordinate this whole thing.
Those are a lot of numbers right there.
It is. But here, so the thing is she's got a lot of needs. She's spending down her savings, doesn't know what to do, and has a lot of credit card debt. One of the options is to explore an opportunity of taking the Social Security because she's not married, obviously she's a widow, and then she has no kids.
Right.
So that nest egg of hers is extremely important, and the coordination is not only going to save her quite a bit of money in taxes, but nobody should have credit cards at 22%.
Just the manipulation of figuring out when you should take your Social Security is a real puzzle.
It is.
But then you put all these other pieces in the puzzle. The pieces get smaller, and putting them together in the right order gets very, very important, and you really need a specialist to tell you how to do that.
Yeah, because, you know, part of your Social Security can be subject to tax, and all the way up to 85% of it.
Yeah.
So it's that whole coordination, and that's what's so critical for people to get ready, or if they're already into retirement.
And if you can hold out to 70, the difference in money is a lot of money, isn't it?
Well, understand it's only 8% on that. People get confused because it's 8% on the amount of your Social Security.
Oh, see what I mean?
See, I mean, which is, when you look at the big picture, it's a relatively small amount versus, you know, credit card debt and running into all these other issues. So that's why everybody's situation is unique, and that's why it's so important to coordinate every aspect of it.
Okay, so another really complicated thing is like recession. I guess it was more than 15 years ago when we had a big recession.
Yeah.
And you know, we fight our way through that. So where are we at now? Is there a recession? Is there not a recession? What's going on?
Well, what's happened is we have an inverted yield curve. That means bonds that are longer in duration are paying less than current. So whenever you have an inverted yield curve, 91% of the time that leads to a recession. So every recession has been followed by an inverted yield curve, but it doesn't mean every inverted yield curve leads to a recession. Okay? So what this means is basically is that, you know, when you're looking at the unemployment rate and everything that's going on, because the Fed raised rates 11 times in the last year, right? He's trying to stall the economy. Right. So what happens is if he doesn't, if he overshoots, then we got some more issues on our hands. So most likely we could be in a recession in the first part of next year, and that's why it's so important today to make sure that you're doing the right things in your portfolio to possibly get ready for that.
Okay, so I listen to you, I understand half of it. And the thing that's really important to know is that if you are in this situation, or could be in this situation, you probably are in this situation, Jim can look at exactly what you have and figure out what your situation is, because everyone's is different depending on how much money they got coming from here, what's going on in this part of their life. So there's so many different pieces to figure out. You can't just like look at a book and figure it out yourself. You need a specialist.
Well, not only that, you got to pull a team together, right? So you need the financial, tax, legal, and insurance, and that's what we quarterback for people.
Okay, so I heard that you had a very successful outing for having the guys come in to a dinner.
We did
recently.
About a couple 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Are you going to do it again?
Well, tonight we actually are at the Brecksville Rec Center, and we're pulling Mark Cypus in, the director of LFG Tax Services.
Oh, so you're doing this tonight?
Yeah, tonight. And Thursday night. It's at 5 o'clock at the Brecksville Recreation Center. We're going to pull our team of specialists in, and we're going to be covering Social Security, you know, how to recession-proof your portfolio, and a whole bunch of other topics.
Do people have to pay or sign up?
Nope. It's actually no cost or no obligation.
So you just can show up. And what kind of things should they bring with them?
Well, if they, you know, any information that they want, it's really it's an information education program for them. So they don't have to bring a lot. They just want to come with, you know, an open mind.
Maybe bring
and we'll be able to help them. We'll even provide that for them. And paper to take notes. So we got it covered.
That's really good. So that's tonight, Brexville Recreation Center.
Yep.
And
5 o'clock.
And Thursday.
And Thursday.
5 o'clock also.
Exactly.
Yeah. So write that down. Check it out. Go to the website. Whatever. But it could mean a lot of money. Not just right now, but when you really need it, you don't have a lot of money coming in your retirement.
Exactly. It could be a lot of tax savings too.